Howdy, everyone. I'm Grayson Castillo.
And I'm Ella Hutchinson. Welcome to this week's edition of Centennial Student News.
Let's get started.
Race to develop an effective COVID-19 treatment.
And we continue to follow the workers, the small business owners, trying to get that federal help, running into hurdles.
The number of confirmed cases has topped 1 million here in the U.S.
Cases of COVID-19 and New Mexico schools will now be shut down for the rest of the school year.
As we all know, the new norm, or at least in New Mexico, is online learning.
Because of this, internet capabilities need to be working at an all-time high.
Reporter Mateo Garcia Bryce tells us how the district is working to support students.
Virtual learning has shown New Mexico education-related issues that run deep throughout our communities. Limited access to broadband internet is just one of these, but it has been brought to the forefront of New Mexico's education priorities by an organization called the Success Partnership. Summer Mitchell, the communications coordinator for this organization, spoke with me more about this important issue.
In a July meeting in 2020, the Leaders Circle got together and invited members of the K-12 community to talk about issues they were facing in light of the pandemic. And many things came from that work session, but a lot of it boiled down to access to internet. So it was then that the Leaders Circle of the Success Partnership decided to make broadband a priority.
And while Success Partnership has been focused on increasing broadband connectivity throughout the state, Susie Hendy, the principal at Centennial High School, has been working tirelessly to make sure students succeed in our current internet situation.
And so I know Centennial, we're kind of far out here, but like you could drive to any school, elementary or middle, sit at the parking lot and you'll have access to their Wi-Fi. So, and they did that intentionally. That's a recent thing they did to just give more people access.
While teachers and students are making it work through internet communication platforms, Success Partnership has gotten bipartisan support through an awareness campaign.
We've just initiated a campaign to raise awareness about the issue of broadband and encourage our community to sign on to this letter and show that there is really this overwhelming community support.
Increased internet access will bring further equity to our education system, and this united effort will help achieve this goal faster. For Centennial Student News, this is Mateo Garcia Bryce reporting.
Like many extracurricular activities, Centennial Choir is finding new ways for their members to participate.
Reporter Cariana Gamboa tells us how.
Our CHS choir, Bella Voce, has recently won an MMEA State Honor Choir Award, with Las Cruces High also winning the State Honor Band Award. And because of COVID, they came together and performed side by side in a virtual concert showcasing their talents together.
And it's very rare that two schools from Las Cruces Public Schools are selected for this honor. And so this is the first time in the history of NMMEA that two rival schools performed a piece together on an honor concert, which I think is a really amazing way to make history.
So I think being able to combine the two schools, it just kind of branched out the connection that we have, especially in our community, and heighten that in Las Cruces, that, okay, we're here, we're showing how important the arts are to the rest of the state, not just from one group, but from two. And when I was there on campus singing with people like Morgan and like the other seniors, or when we were doing Baba Yetu with the band, or Feci Potenciam with the whole choir, it was like, wow, these are the people that like make music with me. Like, it's not just my project, like it's ours.
Just getting to do this with the Cruces band, you know, when we're usually rivals, because I mean, we're both great schools, and then we both receive this honor and we get to do it together. I feel like it just shows people like more unity, and it was awesome to get to do a combined piece with them and just show how awesome just Las Cruces is.
Congratulations to our Bella Voce choir for winning, and go check out their virtual concert on YouTube. For Centennial Student News, I'm Cariana Gamboa.
We'll be right back with weather after this quick commercial break.
Are you looking for something new to do? The new Visit Las Cruces website is a valuable tool that can help you seek out events and interesting places within Las Cruces, a city full of art, adventure, and full cuisine. This website aims to inform residents and visitors about local events, great food, and places to visit. So if you're feeling bored or are an inspiring tourist, visit lascrucescvb.org.
Hey Hawks, what a beautiful day in the land of enchantment. I'm here on the Sonoma Ranch Golf Course here to give you your weekend's forecast. Today on this lovely Friday afternoon, we have a high of 66 and a low of 39. Looking into tomorrow, we have a high of 58 and a low of 33. But be prepared because there's a slight chance of rain. On Sunday, it will be sunny with a high of 61 and a low of 36. Monday starts off the week partly cloudy with a high of 66 and a low of 39. That wraps up this weekend's weather forecast. Have a hawktastic weekend.
Like many organizations in New Mexico, La Casa has had trouble finding sufficient funding.
Reporter Abigail Salas tells us more on how this organization has dealt with this issue during the pandemic.
With the rise of COVID-19 also came the rise of domestic violence. I spoke with Pamela Cisneros from La Casa to see how the organization has been dealing with help from the community and donations.
People realized, and of course, seeing the national news, the local news, domestic violence has gone up, unfortunately. So Las Cruces, Doña Ana has really come together and made sure that we have what we needed so that we can continue to provide services.
La Casa provides services for anyone who is or has experienced domestic violence and is looking for help.
90% of kids who see violence in their home as children, 90% of them will either end up as abusers themselves or in an abusive relationship.
La Casa did not experience a shortage of donations, but actually saw an increase.
There was a few months towards the beginning of the pandemic where we were the only nonprofit agency actually accepting donations.
Donations given benefit victims of domestic violence not only when they are at La Casa, but even after they leave.
So we've had people come to us with children and one diaper, and they're like, this is all I have for my baby. So people donate diapers, and we're like, you know what, go ahead and go into the boutique and they can get a diaper bag and diapers and clothing and a changing table and cribs.
Usually, La Casa is able to pick up donations, but the truck they use has broken down permanently.
Right now, we don't have a truck. Our truck broke down, so that's kind of our big, we need a truck donated to us so that we can keep getting these things.
If you would like to donate, you can contact La Casa on their social media, or you can call their Walnut office at 575-526-2819. Anything from clothes, toys, furniture, and a truck is accepted. For Centennial Student News, this is Abigail Salas reporting.
Well, Hawks, that's all we have for you this week. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of Centennial Student News. Ella, I'm super excited to be back with you semester and see what we can do.
Oh, for sure. It's definitely going to be a lot of new, interesting stories, and hopefully we learn something along the way. Thank you, Hawks, for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.